Mighty High Tankers, and welcome back. Right, welcome to another Is It Worth the Gold episode, and today we're going to be looking at something that's just appeared in the store, the Cromwell Knight. I saw this thing, 4,400 gold, tier 6 British premium medium tank, the Cromwell Knight. I just saw it. It's a Cromwell with a British flag on it. Why wouldn't I want it? So I bought it a bit hastily actually. I didn't even look at the stats. But to do this video I've just had a quick look at all the stats, and it's quite a nice picture, to be honest. Those of you that have eagle eyes can tell that this gun looks pretty crap. Look at the difference in length. Obviously length equals accuracy and penetration, but that is not the case in all respects, and we're going to talk about stats a little bit between the two types of Cromwell, and then afterwards you should be able to decide whether you want to spend 4,400 gold on this thing. Just first off though, you get 7 days premium time with it. It comes with one skill fully trained, which was Smooth Ride, which I immediately swapped for 6 cents. So this tank can be used quite effectively straight away, and that is one plus point. And another plus point about that is I'm going to start training up another British crew to start buying back some of the lower tiered British tanks that I like. I'm probably going to go for the Centurion 7.1 or a Taurus, buy them back next so I can train up a decent crew for them. And I've also got one skill trained, which is pretty damn decent. Right, so let's talk about the differences between the two tanks. Most of you will know what the Cromwell is, and you've probably played it already, and you probably love it as much as I do. But we'll look at the different stats and we'll talk about why it's so different between the two. So go into the packages, bring up the stats. Right, this has a 650 horsepower engine, and so does the regular Cromwell, when fully upgraded, I must say. I'm going to compare it to a fully upgraded Cromwell. Next stat, 15.38 rounds per minute. That is pretty tidy, and that is exactly the same as the regular fully upgraded Cromwell. So is the penetration. 145 with standard rounds, 202 with premium rounds, and 202 at tier 6. That is enough to smash through pretty much anything. Alpha damages are exactly the same as the regular Cromwell as well, at 135, but this is where it starts to change. The aim time on the Cromwell Knight is 1.89 seconds. Anything with under 2 is excellent, and that is 1.89. And that's where it smashes the regular Cromwell. The regular Cromwell has 2.29. However, the regular Cromwell has slightly better accuracy at 0.36, and this has 0.40. But I'm sure those of you that know what you're doing are already noticing already, from the aim time and the rate of fire, even though it's slightly less accurate, this is going to be a much better tank of circle strafing, purely because the aim time is lower. Doesn't matter if it's less accurate. The aim time is going to come down so much more between shots. You're going to have more chance of hitting, even though it's less accurate. The next stat, and the most important stat, and the most biggest difference between the two, this has a track traverse of 50 degrees a second. 50! And the regular Cromwell is 36 degrees a second. That's a whole 14 degrees a second difference. And that is another stat which lends this completely towards circle strafing and less of a sniper. The rest of the stats are pretty much similar. The view range is the same, the turret traverse is the same. However, the Cromwell Knight has 20 meters less signal range, which it's only 20 meters, it's not a massive difference. So, to sum that up, the Cromwell Knight is almost similar in every respect bar the aim time and the track traverse, which are better, but the accuracy is slightly worse. But the plus points, in my opinion, far outweigh the negatives. Right, I'll just show you what equipment I slung on it, which seemed to... I played the first game like everybody does. Well, not, I doubt everybody does it. I played the first game, I forgot to put supplies on, I forgot to change the ammo, and I forgot to put equipment on, and I did okay. But the second game, which is the game I'm going to show you after this, I chucked this equipment on it because I thought it would be good for this tank. You can't fit vert stabs, so I went for a medium caliber rammer, coated optics to bring up the view range, and vents to help improve the aim time even further, and also all the other major crew skills. As I said, the crew, you get Smooth Ride equipped straight away. fully trained, and I swapped that immediately for Sixth Sense, which I think is a really good idea for that tank. And I'm just training repairs up for my next skill, because repairs works as it's training, and I quite like having repairs. And I will probably swap that out for Snapshot or Brothers in Arms next, probably. Right, so I said about supplies, so have a quick look. Same again, I always just fit standard supplies. I'm saving up all my premiums. The standard pen is more than enough for a tier 6 game, so I've got plenty of those. Got half, you get 13 premium rounds with it, so I loaded up 12, and I still haven't used one premium round yet. I've only played 2 games, but there we go. Didn't feel the need at all for any premium. And 0 HE. With the rate of fire of this gun and the low pen of the HE rounds, there's absolutely no point using HE. The sort of penetration it has, if you hit an artillery at a funny angle, it's not going to pen, and it probably won't do hardly any splash damage, so you may as well fire 2 AP rounds. And there we go. Right, there we go. Very quick look at this tank. It is looking pretty epic at the minute. It is looking like one super manoeuvrable, fast firing tank. That's not good. It's all crashed. Anyway, I've done the review. Time to see some gameplay. Right, we're loading onto Erlenberg. Quite a good matchup. The enemy's team have a couple of extra top tier 6s, but as long as we play well, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Immediately you can see the speed of this thing, just as fast as the standard Cromwell. Hopefully in a bit there I'll be able to highlight just how good the track traverse on this thing is. So we're racing off down to the end of the hill. I normally stop at the end of the hill and have a little spot just in case some of the enemy's faster tanks have decided to push straight across. I have optics fitted, so I should have been able to see if they work, but they're not, so I'm going to push over to my little favourite bush. And the speed of this thing means you can just get anywhere you like really quickly. Right, so there we go, straight in, pick up a couple of tank destroyers, but I got spotted. I don't know whether there's something wrong with that bush, or just that little gap between the bushes meant that I got spotted. However, if you have half your team camping on the hill behind, the best way to utilise them is to keep targets spotted and let them deal with them. It gives you some assist points and it stops you dying at the start of the match. This British flag is a camouflage, so it does work for all of the 4 slots, but I don't know whether it's just my camo value or just a problem with that bush is getting me spotted. So it's 2 minutes gone, the enemy have already lost 6 tanks, and we're doing quite well over here as well.
Let's find another target.
Boom, take the first kill. We're already up to 13 assist ribbons. T14, and that's quite a well armoured tier 5 heavy, but this gun is more than good enough, and the accuracy doesn't seem to let you down either, really. So that little difference in the accuracy isn't a massive problem, in my opinion. The rate of fire is excellent. That one bounced, but it is occasional. If he would just angle his armour slightly, this wouldn't happen. I'd have to switch the premium. Bingo. Kill number 2. Spot a Hellcat. And it's at this sort of range that the accuracy does start to show itself. However, get a few shots into him before he gets taken down. Well, so they're cleaned up. Going to push in, try and get some more spots. Hopefully get some more damage done. And we spot the Cromwell Knight on the enemy's team. Less than 4 minutes of the game gone, and the enemy is down to 4 tanks.
Ready to fire on target. Let's find another target.
Tell you what, it's quite nice to be on the red team for a change. and actually win a match.
Target locked.
Picking up even more assist ribbons. That's 22 now, is it? 22?
Ready to fire on target. There's one.
Spotted that PZSFL a bit late there. He was looking at me, but the team clear him up.
Target locked.
So I didn't notice I'd spot the artillery. However, I think going for the other Cromwell at this point was the better option. He was the only one left on their team, but could have possibly done something about him. And we take down the kill. However, there's a tank destroyer to my left. I didn't notice he was there. He's coming. He only has to hit me once more. And here we go. Here's 50 degrees a second of track traverse. On any ground, pretty much, you're going to be able to outflank tank destroyers. So there we go. Decent game. That was my second game in the Cromwell Knight. I almost said Berlin there. PC version got the Cromwell Berlin, and I think a lot of people were asking for a similar thing for us, and we got the Cromwell Knight. So it did just over 2,000 damage, 1,700 assist points, and the mastery. And also 85,000 credits. This thing, and it's normally tier 7s and 8s that make the big money, but this tank is looking pretty good. The Fury used to be my favourite tier 6 premium. However, I think that's going to change now. The Cromwell Knight is a really good piece of kit. If you like fast manoeuvrable tanks with rapid firing guns, then this is going to be right up your street. Quick look at the stats. As you can see, the hit ratio was not particularly good, but I did auto aim quite a few shots, and it doesn't really matter with this thing. The rate of fire is so good, we still managed to put out 2,000 damage in a very short space of time. And the half decent base view range combined with some optics and vents meant we spotted pretty much the whole flank our side, and our team dealt with them pretty much, giving us over 1,700 assist points as well. Decent amount of base experience. That's probably, I don't know how long the Cromwell Knight's been out. It's probably well earned, that one. It's probably going to go up though once certain people get this tank and they play it a lot. It's probably going to push the mastery up a lot higher than that. There we go. Right tankers, there we go. We've had a look at the stats, we've had a look at some ace tanker gameplay, and this tank is one super maneuverable little circle strafing little beast, and I'm so glad I bought it. And for 4,400 gold you get this tank, 7 days premium time, 1 fully trained skill, and some premium shells with it. And I can fully recommend it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to be one tank that brings some fun back into the game for me, and I shall be playing it a lot more, and I hope you enjoy it too. What I didn't say in the video was the quick heads up on the 250 sub subscriber comp. I have a tier 8 American premium medium tank for first prize. Won't tell you what it is just yet. If you want to have a chance at winning that, keep an eye out for a video next week with all the competition details. Right, cheers guys, as ever, thanks for watching. Please give it a like if you did, please sub if you're not, and I will catch you next time. See you later.